Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Priyanka Viramoso, the admissions coordinator at VNRVJIET Institute of Engineering and Technology, fondly known as VNRVJIET. VNRVJIET has initiated this initiative of conducting a panel discussion for helping the students and parents who are making a right career choice, which is an important decisions in their academic journey. And this helps them to shape not just for the 4 years of the graduation, but also their future career and personal growth. To make this process easier and more informed, we launched a series of panel discussion where experienced faculty and industry experts come together to share their insights, clear doubts, and provide valuable guidance. I'm proud to say that today we are hosting 8th edition of this meaningful series. This year, our theme is Engineering Your Future, Choosing the Right Discipline and Embracing its Rewards. The theme reflects the evolving landscape of engineering and the exciting opportunities that lie ahead for our young aspirants. Today's session focuses on the field of electronics and instrumentation engineering, one of the most dynamic and in demand areas in the engineering world. Our panel today brings together experts who have not only excelled in this domain but are also passionate about mentoring the next generation of engineers. This discussion will be moderated by Dr. D. Sri Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in the Department of EIE, who will steer the conversation to help you gain clear, practical insights. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that today is International Yoga Day, a day that reminds us of the importance of balance, mindfulness, and well being in our lives. Just as yoga promotes harmony between body and mind, today's session aims to bring clarity and balance to your academic choices, guiding you towards a rewarding and fulfilling future. So, I request Sri Lakshmi ma'am kindly please introduce our panelists to the audience who are here and please carry on the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us such a great opportunity to showcase the best of EIE department at VNRVJIET to the parents of aspirant students. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. D. Sri Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of EIE, VNRVJIET. On behalf of Department of EIE at VNRVJIET, I welcome once again all the panel members, students aspiring for engineering education, and their parents for this panel discussion. Today's session aims to inspire whether you are a prospective student or a curious parent. This interaction will offer you a window into the world of engineering, its diverse discipline, and immense rewards it holds when pursued with the clarity and the passion. We are honored to have us a distinguished panel comprising of the head of the department, senior faculty, the proud successful alumni from various industries, all here to share their experience, insights, and practical wisdom. Before we go into this panel discussion, let me tell you that I would like to ask you a few series of questions to all the panelists, which probably should be able to guide the students and parents in answering their regular queries about the EIE branch which they have. So let us begin. And first, I would like to introduce our panelist, Dr. S. Pranavanand sir, who is the head of the Department of EIE branch. Dr. S. Pranavanand sir completed his PhD from JNTH Hyderabad. He has over total 20 years of teaching and research experience. He has published more than 30 technical papers in journals and conferences of repute. He has associations with foreign universities and delivers his courses to them. He has 10 patents till date in association with the students of EIE department. He has a startup at the institute and has secured funding from the government of India for his projects. In addition to the Startup India recognition by the Department of Industrial Promotions and Policies, he is spearheading the Industry Institute relationship of the department. I welcome you, sir, for the panel discussion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for the nice introduction.
Sir, I would like to ask you two questions.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you to let the participants know about the EIE branch significance, the brief profile of the EIE department and its strengths, and also please tell us what are the skill sets expected from the students passing out from this branch, and how are the students prepared to be a well-grounded personalities.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thanks a lot for the question. And at the outset, first, I'd like to thank Dr. Srilakshmi, madam, Dr. Rajshekhar, the academics and the admissions department, the head, the principal, uh, and the director for organizing such a wonderful event. And basically, small feedback about this event. See, we have been doing this for quite a long period of time, and the feedback that we get from the parents and the aspiring students is really great. Now, coming back to this department, the department was established in the year 1999, and till now, it's going on good. See, like the demand was very good, and in the year 2011, we increased the intake to 120, and we also started a PG program. And so far, we are able to place at least 80 to 85 percentage of the students. Now coming back to like what are all the opportunities those students have? Yeah, like see, our panelists probably we have selected our own students. Probably so they'll talk to you. See, from 2009 passed out onwards, we have here people who are going to talk. They are the part of the panel now. See, like we have people who are working in the core industry, instrumentation industry, automotive and automation industry, software, and so on. So, like if we check this, electronics and instrumentation engineering, probably the curriculum-wise, how we have framed this, like it has got electronics, it has got instrumentation, process control, automation, control systems, and of course software. So these are all embedded in the part of it. So basically, if I say about electronics and instrumentation, actually we were the people first to start with Internet of Things. When people were talking about IoT, like probably maybe around half a decade before it becomes so famous, but we have been practicing this probably for the past 20 plus years. And then we had this SCADA system, PLC system, distributed control systems, all those things were part of electronics and instrumentation engineering. Right now, the aspiring students probably what are all the things they are going to learn. The first thing is like every student who is expected to join this department should have basic of mathematics, and probably we have around 4 to 5 courses in mathematics, and then we have around 6 to 7 courses in electronics, and probably another 7 to 8 courses in instrumentation, and then we have around 4 to 5 courses in process control, and then 2-3 courses in control system likewise. And then probably software part, if we talk, we have around 5 to 6 courses in software along with the laboratory courses. And next is the best part about this one is now we are offering the minor degree in AIML, data science, and cybersecurity. So last year placement track, I'll say you, because last year was the first time. See, what we were able to do is, see, out of the students, there are around 40 students who opted for the minor degree. In that 40 students, if you see, like 39 students are already placed. The people who did data science, 100% placed data science minor with electronics and instrumentation major. And approximately like, so that I said, 39 students out of 40 are already placed with very good packages. And of course, they have multiple offers also, right? And that's one part of it. Next one is the department is very much dynamic in terms of training the students. Well, with respect to VNRVJIET, if I talk, see, we start the training activity right from the first year onwards. So we don't wait for the final year and then we don't rush for it. From the first year onwards, we have this unique schemes called as mentor training and mentoring training and placement. So where we'll identify the strength and weakness of every student, we counsel them, we talk to them, we arrange the training that is required for them. And then probably during this process of 3 years or so, they get very much accustomed to what is required, right? And they are equipped with the latest skill sets, the programming, the electronics part, everything is given to them, and then they set for the placement. Now, compared to any other branch, see, we have with respect to institute itself, I should say you this, we have a dynamic curriculum. Say, for example, you have some recent trend that is coming up and catching up. So what we do is like we hire the experts from outside. We train our students through certificate courses. Now, one good example I'll say you, and mark my words, quantum computing. See, these are all the words of a great expert. I'll say you who he is. He completed his master's from IISc Bangalore, and then he worked in ISRO, and now he is spearheading ISF, right? And he was the brain behind establishment of high tech city at Hyderabad, right? I had an opportunity to interact with him, and he says that in the next 30 years quantum computing is going to be the future, right? So we have discussion with these kind of experts, and what we identified is now quantum computing is going to come. So how we are structured, I'd like to thank Dr. Bharati madam for helping us to find the expert and organize an event on quantum computing. So we broaden the people, we train our faculty, and the next step is we are going to train our students. Now we are not working for today. We work. We plan 3-4 years ahead and start working on it. So this is the one. So probably we never have any restriction about what is the field the students are going to opt. We find market demand. We'll train our students in those domains. We support them completely, and we see to that they are getting placed. And then what is expected from the student is just like the commitment alone. Other things will take care. Hope Srilakshmi ma'am, I have answered your question.
Thank you, sir, for the brief update about EIE brand significance and department strengths at VNRVJIET, and also the insights about various skill sets expected from the students passing out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, let me introduce our department senior faculty, Professor Dr. R. Manjula Sri Madam. Dr. R. Manjula Sri Ma'am is a professor in the Department of EIE at VNRVJIET, Hyderabad. She holds a BTech degree from JNTU College of Engineering, Kakinada, an ME from Andhra University, Vishakhapatnam, and a PhD from JNTU, Hyderabad. She is also certified in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from IIT Kharagpur. With over 26 years of dedicated service at VNRVJIET, Dr. Manjula Sri Ma'am has held various academic and administrative positions. She has successfully supervised 3 PhD scholars and also presently guiding 1 more scholar. Her scholarly contributions include around 55 research publications, 4 patents, and 2 funded project grants. I welcome you, ma'am, to the panel discussion.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi, for the nice introduction.
Dear ma'am, I would like to ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
Dear ma'am, please tell us about the minor degree programs which are offered to the students of EIE, and also tell me about any advanced labs and projects on which students are given opportunity to work.
Okay. Firstly, the minor degree programs. The institute is offering 5 minor degree programs: AIML, Data Science, Internet of Things, Innovations and Entrepreneurship. Out of these 5, our students are eligible for 4 programs. The 5th program, the courses are already included in the core curriculum, which is IoT. And in addition to this, BFSI sector is there. I mean, it's also upcoming where the services of the students are required. And the BFSI consortium together with the JNTU University has come forward to offer another 4-semester degree. It's a minor degree again, or a certification course, where all the students are eligible for that also. So mostly our students are opting these, as our HODs are told. About 40 students from the last year batch has been opted and utilized the benefits of the minor degree courses. Then coming to the advanced labs, like in addition to the electronics and instrumentation labs of basic sensors, electronics, ICs, and the processors, the advanced labs considered to be the PLC SCADA, the automation labs, the LabVIEW programming labs, and they also have an IoT lab where they will be applying IoT in the labs, and the microprocessor lab has the advanced process like ARM processors. So the students will get the hands-on on these labs. In addition to also the programming labs like C, data science, data structures, as well as Python programming. And these are all the department labs where they can also utilize the services of robotics lab, which is at the institute level, which will be under the control of the electronics and instrumentation department. So they can as well utilize all the facilities available at the institute research labs. And coming to the opportunities for the projects and the domains in which they do the projects, that is like time to time based on the demand. Even the faculty are pursuing their research in various upcoming and research recent trends of different domains. So students are given projects in those domains like maybe healthcare, process control, in industrial, automation, robotics, applying the emerging technologies like AI/ML, deep learning, and so on. So not only the labs, but they have opportunity to go out and pursue their project, execute their project. Like they can go to, I mean, in the past, the students have gone to the JEDF India Limited, DRDO, RCI, NRSC. And not only these, like certain higher level education institutions also, our students go to get their project to do. So they go to IITH, Triple IT Hyderabad, and various other institutions outside Telangana also. Hope I have answered your question, Sri Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving us
Thank
the
you.
detailed insights about the minor degree programs offered to the students of EIE and a brief explanation about the advanced labs on which students are given opportunity to work. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next, let me introduce our proud alumni, Mr. Meher Abhijit, who is Systems Design Team Lead, Accenture, Japan. Mr. Meher Abhijit is a Systems Design Team Lead with 3.5 years of experience in the domain of connected vehicles and energy services at Accenture, Japan, where he has been working on projects for Nissan. After earning his BTech in EIE from VNRVJIET, he secured an All India GATE rank of 55 in GATE 2019 and completed his MTech in signal processing at IIT Guwahati. At Accenture, Japan, Meher has led the design of services such as digital key, enabling smartphone-based vehicle access, plug and charge, automated EV charging, and billing, and vehicle-to-grid. These services, developed for Nissan's next-generation vehicles, focus on enhancing user experience, sustainability, and seamless energy integration. So passionate about software-defined vehicles and the future of mobility, Mr. Abhijit envisions intelligent connected vehicles that transforms transportation by integrating deeply with the users, the infrastructure, and the energy ecosystem. I welcome you, Abhijit, to the panel discussion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's my privilege to be speaking in front of professors who have taught me. It feels very nice.
Nice. Abhijit, I would like to ask you two questions. Please let our participants know how has your EIE background enabled you to succeed across such diverse fields as intelligent connected vehicles and energy services, and how does the skill set acquired in EIE align with the technological advancements and innovation happening in the industries?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so before maybe uh, drawing the interconnection between EIE and what I'm working on, let me briefly introduce what I'm working, and then in the process we'll understand why EIE and how EIE is very relevant to these services. So as ma'am mentioned, so currently since the last 3.5 years, I've been working on smart mobility and energy management systems. Now, fundamentally, the service is to allow a user or a smartphone to communicate with the vehicle. Now, this will have several systems in between. Of course, you have a smartphone, then you have a smartphone server where the business logic happens, and that server then communicates with the vehicle. At a very rough level, this is an IoT system. It's scaled to a very big extent, but this is an IoT system because we have an edge device, which is hardware, we have a controller, and we have a backend logic. So fundamentally, the EVs or smart vehicles are extended and scaled to a very high level, the IoT systems itself. And when we talk about IoT, EIE is the only branch which comes anywhere close to implementing or studying about IoT related things. So if I have to go a little more in detail, so within an EV, so predominantly an automobile or a vehicle used to be a predominantly mechanical system. You just have motors and maybe an electromechanical system. But now with the advent of EVs and with the advent of batteries, we have more power which can be used on the vehicle. So that is where we can embed more electronics. And where we have more electronics, we'll have more software. And where we have more software, where we'll have more use cases. That's primarily what's happening. Now, if we just see any EV, the powertrain, it runs with CAN signals. And then this vehicle, it has to communicate with the server. That is again a signal. Now, if you have to do any control logic, and for the vehicle to, let's just say, sense a smartphone near it, or sense if there is somebody obstructing its path, or if it has to sense what is the fuel needed. All of these are sensors, actuators, and transducers. I know that I'm using a lot of technical terms in between, but the summary is that all of these are actually the names of subjects that we study in EIE. Sensors and transducers is one subject. Signal systems is one subject. Digital signal processing is another subject. Embedded software is another subject. So fundamentally, if you see, because it is so interlinked and connected to IoT, it helped me understand the service in a much more nuanced level. That is where I feel is the attractive part of EIE, that it is heavily application oriented. And by the time you come to your third year or fourth year, you will realize that like once we get across these basics fundamentals for electronics and circuits and all, that is when we'll realize how application oriented this course can be. So yeah, so in short, I would say that my background in electronics, my understanding of sensors and transducers. Of course, I might not be using it at every level, because I cannot be in the vehicle team and the software team in both at one time. But when we design a system, we'll have to understand the limitations of hardware. And that is where your background in electronics comes really helpful, because somebody who has only a purely software background cannot understand the limitations of an electronic system. Why thermal runaway happens? Why cannot a sensor keep sending signals day in and day out? Why do we need a cool out period? Why can't we just including or adding CAN signals into the vehicle? Why is it not good? So of course, I might not be working it on a day-to-day basis, but when I communicate with the vehicle power system or powertrain engineer, I can better understand his perspective of why he's saying that this is a system limitation, and then we can formulate a software solution around it. So I feel it gives a very rounded and in a way very practical approach to problem solving. And yeah, that is why I felt EIE is helping me a lot in my current professional career as well.
Thank you very much, Abhijit, for the clear update about how EIE plays a crucial role in the development and implementation of IoT, Internet of Things technologies, and about various skill set acquired in EIE for working in diverse fields. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, let me introduce the proud alumni, Mr. R. Vishwanath Ramakrishna. So, Mr. Vishwanath Ramakrishna.
Hello, yeah. I'm audible, first of all?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sure, okay, yeah.
Mr. R. Vishwanath Ramakrishna, Domain Leader, Operability and Train Performance at Alstom Transportation, Hyderabad. Vishwanath Ramakrishna is an engineering leader with 14 years of automotive experience in passenger car and commercial vehicle, electrical vehicles, product development, and now into rail mobility, electronics hardware design, and modeling and analysis. He was responsible for power and embedded electronics innovation, design and development, and product delivery. He is expert in problem solving, addressing field and development failures, planning product validation based on reliability needs. He is working with diverse and cross-domain teams such as systems, software, mechanical, simulations, and system engineering. He is skillful in using system modeling tools such as MATLAB Simulink, AME SIM, Daimula. He did MTech from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay in Systems and Control Engineering, and BTech from VNRVJIET in EIE during 2005 to 2009. He secured an All India GATE rank of 8. I welcome you, Vishwanath Ramakrishna, for the panel discussion.
Thanks for inviting me, madam. Thank you.
I would like to ask you two questions. The first one is, please tell us about what was the guiding force for your selection of EIE branch in engineering, and what are the advantages of studying electronics with instrumentation in the industries? And also, can you tell us about what additional skills can the EIE engineers imbibe to become successful?
Okay, sure. So the first question, what made me choose EIE? So, and all the parents, let me be very honest with you. Even in my times back in 2005, EC is the well-known field. Okay, even I knew only about EC. Okay, EIE was something that I did not know much. At that point of time, when there was a selection, then I saw what this EIE means, electronics and instrumentation. By nature, I was very curious about electronics. Okay, because of my exposure in school and college, I was very keen of electronics, electrical electronics. So I was fascinated by that. But instrumentation bit, I was not very sure. Okay, I'll be very practical with you. And I did not even have much time to really understand what instrumentation is, because you are supposed to really select it very quickly. But what I saw was the college, the VNRVJIET, right? I mean, I knew from some of the people there that the lab facilities were quite good. Okay, even way back in 2005, 2009, if I mean the lab facilities were really state of the art. I mean, for instrumentation and electronics, I don't think there was actually any other college with such a good lab facility. I was very much intrigued by that. Okay, because when you do BTech without a laboratory experience, you won't really get any practical feel. You would not really be successful. So that was one of the major motivation factors. One was I being keen on electronics and good lab facilities. Okay, so this was actually the major motivating force for me to join EIE. Okay. What was the second question, madam, you are asking?
Sir, what are the additional skill sets?
Correct. Okay. The additional skill sets, right? Yeah. So, and once I came in, uh, obviously the first year was mostly electrical electronics. I mean, fundamentals of electronics was something that I gained. But what I got to know over time was, I'm talking about something that's back then. Few things that were very much of prime importance. One was programming. Okay, one was actually programming. Now, whether should we know programming to a level the CSC guy or an IT guy knows? Probably not. That's not what I meant by programming. From what Abhijit has told, Pranavanand and Pranavan sir and Manjula Sri madam have told, right? The ability to code and bring down the time is actually getting into every field. You know, even in that sense, a good mathematical understanding and awareness of some good programming languages will be very useful. For example, C, maybe Java, Python. If you ask me, probably these are three tools which are fundamentally very important, and I really think everyone, by default should be having these skills. You can have different levels of proficiency. Okay, now what do you get by that? In fact, it will really open up multiple opportunities for you. Okay, eventually. So this was one thing that I felt it is very important. The second thing that the second skill that I felt is very important, especially while studying EIE, was very good application knowledge. Okay, because electronic instrumentation is a field where you would study the application of electronics into the industry. Okay, it's a bit different than the other fields. Okay, you see electronics getting applied in cement factory, you see electronics getting applied in a rocket, you see electronics getting applied in a process industry like the pharmaceuticals. So you see you see actually this getting into the practical business of the world. So one should actually have how this merges into the practical industry outside. It could be a mobile car to a big power plant. I think that is one, that is the practical exposure is actually one very important thing. And the last thing is the very knowledge of electronics itself. Okay, the very knowledge of electronics itself. When I say electronics, not just the electronics, the core skills like the control systems, the signal processing, uh, embedded controls. These are some things that are very very important. I mean, if you leave the core and get only with the programming, definitely it's not that you won't get any job. You will definitely have good amount of jobs, but you need to kind of be close to the core. I mean, we need not read core to a level that we should actually get a gate rank. That's not the expectation. There are so many things that there are so many places where you can do MS and MTech beyond IITs, frankly speaking. But core knowledge is actually always useful. So that these additional things like practical exposure and programming skills will enhance your growth. Okay, that to me is to me these three are the fundamental things that an AI engineer should have. And if you see, all the artificial intelligence and machine learning are based on these three fundamental programming languages. Okay, you can actually it will open the window for you to enhance your skills further. Okay, so that's my take on the additional skills that people will have to take up right from the first year or second year at least. I mean, you should not really wait for third or fourth year to come. It is good to start early so that you get the maximum output. Uh, what was the last point, madam, that you were asking for me? Um,
Same thing, sir. The extent, the additional skill sets the
correct.
AI
Yeah.
engineers invite to become successful.
Right. These are the three things, madam. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much,
Thank
Vishwanath
you.
Ramakrishna, sir, for the
Thank
extensive
you.
update about the advantages of studying EIE and the detailed insights about imbibing of the three additional skill sets, whatever you have said. Thank you very much,
Sure.
sir, for
Thank
joining.
you. Thank you.
Next, let me introduce our proud alumni, Mr. Vamshi Krishna, specialist at ZF India Private Limited. So, Mr. Vamshi Krishna, specialist, ZF India Private Limited, Hyderabad, hailing BTech from VNRVJIET and getting placed in ZF India in 2018. Mr. Vamshi Krishna, designated as specialist, is an enthusiastic engineer who has worked extensively for over 6 years, integrating and testing software for various brake systems, namely electric park brake and slip control systems. He has also a good understanding of modern steering systems ranging from belt drives to steer by wire. He also understands the pressing need for faster software development cycles for automobiles and hence enables the teams to work efficiently by establishing continuous integration systems. Today, he is involved in the development of flash bootloaders for updating firmware with the state of art cybersecurity features in the automotive world. He is also skilled in establishing teams and processes. He is certified in ISO 2626, an international standard for road vehicles, and SPICE, a standard for process framework. At ZF, he is contributing to building and realizing the dream of software defined vehicles. I welcome you, Mr. Vamshi Krishna, for the panel discussion.
Hello, ma'am, and hello, respected panel members and my dear faculty members, and to all the parents. I was, just looking like you were, and I did not, in fact, know that there were sessions like this at the time I joined. But maybe, as Pranavan sir said, they started it long time. I would have picked up one, but I just missed. Anyway, I came here, so no regret.
Okay.
Say,
Vamshi Krishna, I would like to ask you two questions. So, the first one is, what are some of the most exciting career opportunities available for the graduates with the EIE degree? And also explain what is the current demand for the EIE professionals in the tech industry, especially in companies like ZF India. And also, please tell us how should be the educational preparation strategy for securing a job in companies like ZF India.
okay. Let me start like this. I'm starting at 4.7. I'll try to finish it by 4.17. Okay. So once again, I begin with thanks for selecting me as one of the panel members, and let me start by introducing my company, the company I work for first, and then the kind of work we do there, and how EIE can be a good fit there. Okay, so let me start by introducing ZF. ZF is a German company basically. It started in 1915, so it's basically 100 plus year old company. So it started by building gearboxes in the initial stages. Later, they evolved into manufacturing transmissions, chassis, and then whatnot. I think they're a very big player now in the tier one. So they always range in between top players like 2 to 5. So this is how they are positioned in automobile industry. And the story on why ZF looked at VNR, I think, is a very a proactive story that VNR even can speak loud about. And probably if we have time later, we can speak on that. So okay, let me say what ZF does now. So ZF as a company manufactures most of the automobile components that are used in pass cars and even commercial vehicles. It is also into the windmill industry, where the renewable energy is generated, and also the marine industry and even the aerospace industry. So that's about ZF. So it's a 40 billion euro company today. So it's comparatively, I can say the revenue of ZF annually is as big as the budget of Telangana. In relative terms, one can think of. Okay, and I think how EIE can fit is the next question. I just subdivided the questions. Okay. So now I just, after, Sri Lakshmi ma'am has reached me, I just try to inquire on how many people, employed around me are actually from the ECE branch. Again, I'm saying ECE branch because there is no much output from EIE department. I mean, the outflow from EIE department. So by default, all the positions that came were open for ECE department because there's no one else because one has to know the embedded system. They have to work closely with controller. So again, I say 80% of the people that are working with ZF are in electronics domain, and they see for communications helpers in finding out some errors related to communication. But if we add the I part, instrumentation, it helps you also understand the software at system level, which is a much bigger plus. Just like Abhijit said and Ramakrishna Anna said, I think that adds immense value. You can understand calibration at system level, and I think it's not easy. And I mean, it's not easy for other guys to pick it up at that fast pace. If you look at me, my example, I started understanding all the protocols after going to ZF. I mean, the communication protocols. It was late by then, but I only knew that I was late after entering the industry, so I had no choice. So I picked up all the communication protocols. Then I understood the system, but I was faster than many of the EC colleagues to complete the understanding of whole system. So I knew the brake portfolio and the steering portfolio within 2 to 3 weeks. I completed studying the whole portfolio. Then I was like, not put into the regular trainings. I was removed from the regular trainings and was putting into developing teams. So instead of making the regular work or regular training, they removed us from trainings and they made us do the regular work. And later they also put us into developing teams because ZF at that time was looking to expand their footprint in India. So we have been their right choices. That's what they feel about us. And I'll give you a classic example on how EIE can be employed. So just now, as I said, 70 to 80% of my colleagues are 80%. But if instrumentation takes center stage and come there, I think we can, I mean, with a little bit of communications added to that, uh, I think we can take that percentage to 40. Okay, fine. And then I'll take one steering example, wherein and try to tell you how the instrumentation and measurements are involved in the process. So I learned this first after entering VNR Vignan Jyoti. I still remember it's Aditya sir's class. Thank you, sir. So now I'll give this classic example from industry on how instrumentation is lively helpful. So I rotate steering, or we all rotate when we drive. We all rotate, the steering wheel. We think that the force applied is actually rotating or turning the vehicle, but it's not true. What is true is the force that we are applying is just apparent force. It's not real. Okay, the real force is applied by the electric motor that is embedded, behind the steering, or down to the vehicle dashboard, and the motor adds the mechanical force and then turns the vehicle. Okay, that is how it functions. So what we do is an apparent turn, but how is it being detected? To detect some action, we should have some kind of sensor, right? So in steering, we use something called as Hall sensor, which has some magnetic pulses. I mean, during the rotation, it detects the magnetic pulses, and based on the magnetic pulses, we try to understand the rotation and its direction. So that is how it is detected. And just now I said it's a sensor for any system. If you want to augment the capability of the current system, or if you want to improve the end output, it's all sensors and actuators, and that's what we study here. Okay, so when we look at development of any system in the automobile industry, I think ZF, even as a company, looks at it like this: see, think, and act. What does see actually is meant for is, you actually sense the actions, then you take all the signals to a processor. In processor, you have the logic on what you have to do after receiving input from the sensor, and and then finally provide action. The moment you provide action, it's called as actuator. And mostly this actuation is, in automotive industry, is usually done by, the motors. In general terms, you can think motors. So this is the part. So again, starting with sensors and to processors to the end actuation. The end actuation is studied in VNR. The start, the C part, the sensors is studied in, only EIE department, very specific, and communications that easy to pick up, as my example, as I stand as an example here. And in between, we have a processor where the embedded systems is studied. That also we have here. So that's wonderful part. And the opportunities, as I said, we can get it to 40%. I mean, the current 50% of jobs we can utilize as opportunities in the industry. And I think regarding educational preparation, I'll try to sum up it really fast. I think we have to pick up on building software a little bit. I think, as Ramakrishnan has said, that we already had some kind of, we actually need to get into some kind of Java and object oriented programming along with C. I think I'm thankful for the department for taking such feedback from seniors and incorporating that into our curriculum. We had it today. And then I think today's students are also learning Python. I see it because I visit college often. Thanks for the department again for incorporating all the latest information. And what improvements can students make to themselves? See, when faculty tries to incorporate the curriculum, if they have to put one subject, they are forced to remove others, because at the end of the day they have to look at credits. So credits and also the timing factor. So one thing that I at least look at when you want to enter into companies like ZF or Hella or something like that, or comparable companies, also go for C++, because today's world, when we are looking at efficiency, we go for C. But when we are looking at features like connectivity or electrical, I mean electronic, dashboard communication, people are going with C++. So this is one thing that you yourself can look at and build up. Okay, and understanding systems and architecting systems on your own is one thing that is important. And when I say that, you should be able to draw interfaces from one subsystem to another subsystem. So one signal is speaking to another, I mean, one subsystem is speaking to another subsystem. What interface of first subsystem is speaking to system 2, and all the interactions shown with lines. I think this is a wonderful job in itself, for which there's a lot of pay given in industry. That is the truth. We do, and we think it's nothing, but it's actually a job. We call it the architecture job in the industry. I think that's good. That's good to have. And with AI and ML impact, you know just with the C think act, there is one more thing called as predictability getting added into the box. So with predictability, I think there are some more jobs that will be created in automobile industry. So stay on track for the updates. So be prepared also to improve your catalog and AI and ML. Even I'm learning. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Vamshi, for the various real-time examples and the detailed insights about the preparation strategy for securing job in ZF India Private Limited. Thank you very much for joining. Next, let me introduce Likita Kasa, Quality Assurance Engineer, Amazon. Likita earned her BTech in EIE at VNRVJIET in 2021. So during her undergraduate studies at VNRVJIET, she participated in hackathons, completed summer internships, and graduated from a one-year technology entrepreneurship program in partnership with ISB Hyderabad. Since 2021, Likita has worked as a quality assurance engineer at Amazon. She is responsible for writing and executing complex test strategies for the products built in her team. She collaborates closely with the design, engineering, and management stakeholders to deliver high quality solutions. Her contributions have helped her team launch, improvise 50 plus global features from the ideation to the production. I welcome you, Ms. Likita Kasa, to the panel discussion.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, ma'am. It feels great to be able to influence others to take electronics and instrumentation engineering.
Likita, I would like to ask you two questions. Likita, can you please share your career journey from the earning your BTech in AIE to becoming a quality assurance engineer at Amazon with our participants? And also, can you tell us the influence of the AML programming languages and the emerging technologies the students should be aware of and how they can advantage of it?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I can do that. So back when I was taking evaluating all the courses that we had at VNR, similarly how Abhijit and Ramakrishna have chosen their career, I wanted to do something in electronics, but then I was not aware that electronics and instrumentation was an option. But because it was VNR, I chose that, and I think the branch chose me. I would like to say that. So after joining VNR, my one goal was to explore all the subjects and figure out what I would really like to do. And in the process, I figured out that I actually like product and I actually like entrepreneurship. So my my journey at VNR was around exploring different types of internships, trying to see how the knowledge that I'm gaining from subjects in the classroom, how I'm able to take that to real world products, is what I was completely focusing on. So that had put me in a place where I felt the urge to explore, and I went to IIT Hyderabad and did an internship there in MEMS to see how sensors can be built, how we can miniaturize stuff. Post that, when I was offered the internship at Amazon, I jumped in and took that because of the scale at which I can build products and how I'll be able to influence that. And I wanted to just learn how industry functions at that scale. Um, so yeah, that was about taking up the internship at Amazon. And to just brief about the work that I do, I'm in the digital and the physical books team. So basically, my work every day involves around understanding features that the customers need, be it how we can influence pricing, how we can influence payments, how the processes work, how the data is stored, how we fetch that data, and of course with AWS and with GenAI, how do we leverage that, and then how do we influence the recommendation systems that the customers use on a daily basis. So I think that I'll probably draw a line around how EIE has influenced me in this particular journey. Right from the second year, the professors always nudged us to learn AI and ML because that was the future that was ahead of us, and that actually happened because back when I graduated in 2021, AI and ML were very popular at that time, and from 2022, I think the industry exponentially like fastened up, and now without generative AI, we cannot imagine going to work every day. Like we have to use that in each and every job or each and every tasks that we do. And with AI and ML, the speed at which we can deliver and the quality at which we can deliver has increased. So if you are able to do a job in a certain period of time before, the intelligence that we have in the product has gone up way much. So one thing that I would suggest to students is to see how whatever they're working on, how can they build the most robust products possible, how can they build intelligent products, and how can they build interactive products as well. So in the in my floor at my work, like I've worked with teams that build Kindle devices. I work with teams that see that'll be testing Echo devices. There'll be people testing Fire TV, which are all products of Amazon. And I hope like most of you know about Alexa as well, where there's a lot of natural language processing involved. And when we're testing products like these, it gives me a lot of edge compared to the others because I understand what is actually happening. How is this data being collected? How is the signal being processed? How is it being like? How are we eliminating the unnecessary data? And how is this being stored? And how is this being fetched? So it gives me a lot of edge in that genre because I understand how the device is functioning in the backend. And when I also talk about like we come up with a goal saying that we want to build the most like thinnest product possible. We want to build the most quick product possible. We want to make Alexa more and more intelligent. When we have these conversations in the table, I'm able to understand how that is possible because I understand how the circuit can be designed in the backend, and I understand how nanotechnology and everything can be implemented, and how are people like breaking their heads to make the product design more robust or more quick. So one thing that I would advise the students is to understand each and every topic that we have, be it sensors, be it how the signals are being processed, or how this design of the circuit is being done, and how that data is being read and acted upon. So each of these are, as our alumni mentioned, like they're all different subjects that we have during our course here. So AI is already a very multidisciplinary course. We don't have to put extra effort by learning different things because we're already thrown at a bunch of things to explore. So one thing is take up projects, identify how these different technologies can be put to use, and see how the products in real world are being developed and how quick they're developing, and try to see how you can replicate and how you can practice and play and learn about all these features. So yeah, just to summarize, I think like Vamshi Krishna sir also mentioned, like take up how understand how predictive analytics has to be put to place, understand how generative AI is evolving, understand how your sensors can be made quicker, how you can build simple products that will help customers. I think that will give you an edge in the digital industry that is evolving at a very fast pace. I think I answered the question, ma'am. Like, if you have any follow-ups, I'm happy to add more details.
Thank you very much, Likita, for the detailed insights about emerging technologies as well as the influence of AI, machine learning, and programming languages on EIE. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Next, let me introduce our Department Placement Coordinator, Gopi Kumar sir. So, Mr. P.V. Gopi Kumar has been working as an assistant professor with the Department of EIE at VNRVJIET for over 8 years and has been Department Placement Coordinator for the past 5 years. He completed his BTech from SVEC Tirupati and MTech in Digital Systems and Computer Electronics from JNTU Anantapur. He has an overall teaching experience of 12 years and industry work experience for a year. He is currently pursuing his PhD at Annamalai University in Electronics and Instrumentation. He has taught various subjects encompassing signal processing, microprocessors, control systems, sensors, and more. I welcome you, Gopi Kumar sir, for the panel discussion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your introduction.
Mr. Gopikumar sir, I would like to ask you two questions. Now,
Yes.
anyway, all the students and their parents are very much keen on the outcome of EIE branch. Can you please throw us some light on EIE branch placement statistics, like what job opportunities are available for EIE students, and how are the students trained for the placements, and who are the major recruiters, and what are the pays, and other details, please?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. It's my privilege to see that our EIE students working on all major sectors and various top MNCs. What are the different kinds of jobs lie ahead for our EIE students? If you observe four major sectors like government sector, core sector, IT sector, and R&D, research and development sector. In all those four sectors, our AI students are successfully working now. Like if you take government sector, the designations like assistant engineer, junior engineer, scientist engineer, ISRO, like example, and graduate engineer, etc. And if you take the core sector, our students are working there, having the designations like processor applications engineer, graduate engineer trainee, etc. And if you take IT sector, majority of the designations we are having like quality assurance engineer, support engineer, software development engineer, and cloud support associate engineer, etc. And finally, one of the other major sectors, R&D, research and development. So there our students are working as junior research fellows and project assistants and project associates and research scientists. So these are the all four major sectors where our students are working successfully now. And I tell you now what who are the major recruiters for the EIE domain students. So we know the top MNCs, one of the top MNCs like TCS, Capgemini, Cognizant, L&T, UHG, United Health Group, Amazon, Deloitte, Tata Elxsi, Wipro are the few major recruiters in IT industries. And if we take core industries like Dr. Reddy Laboratories, Spinco Biotech, Metronics, Meda Server Drives, Orly, Philips are the among the core company recruiters. And apart from the IT sector and core sector, apart from the campus recruiters, public sector companies recruit instrumentation engineers through GATE score as well. And one more interesting point, how the pay packages offered for the EIE students means our students, our EIE graduates get a very good pay package. The highest placement package of 45.7 lakhs per annum from Amazon, and 18 lakhs per annum from Analog Devices, and 14 lakhs per annum from JP Morgan and Chase, JPMC. And one of the top MNC core company, National Instruments, offered 12 lakhs per annum, and also JSW offered 9.5 lakhs per annum, and Aveva offered 9 lakhs per annum, in fact, and TCS Prime offered 9 lakhs per annum. Deloitte's offered 7.6 LPA to AE students, and there are other more companies offering in the range of 4 lakhs onwards. And to be honest, how our EIE branch students are getting successful over the years, and how they are competing with the market requirements, and what are the things behind for our EIE students to enter into all the such great fields and getting more packages means the major thing behind that is training making training the students for the placements. So here I tell you training structure what we follow, and how that training structure make the VNR VJIT differ from the other colleges as well, and also how those training activities make our EAE students to make them industry ready. So this is one of our major strengths. Training is one of our major strengths, and our institute has a very systematic and structured approach to the student training. Under training and placement cell, we have two cells. One is the central training and placement cell at the institute level, and also we have department training and placement cell, department training and placement cell. We have the competency development cell also, CDC, which looks into training on technical competencies such as AI, artificial intelligence and ML, machine learning, data science, blockchain technologies. The department conducts training programs specific to EIE students, such as on LabVIEW, PLC and SCADA, robotics, VLC programming, etc. The training and placement cell conducts more generic training programs and refresher courses like C, data structures, Java, Python, R programming, and so on. There are high intensity training programs are also will be conducted for after immediate completion of the third year, before entering into the final year and attending for the drives for the campus recruitments. And one of the major strength to our students, we also provide the English faculty teach communication skills with the contemporary relevance, also brushing up the students soft skills. Department supports and encourages students to participate in hackathons, coding competitions, booting camps, which are the present recruiting platforms for the high pay package roles. So because of this structured training, and also we make the students year by year, we will introduce the different levels of training, and at the end of the third year all the students will be industry ready and facing the interviews and attending for the interviews for various MNCs with full of confidence. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Gopikumar sir, for giving parents the detailed insights about EIE branch placement statistics, major recruiters, and pay details. Thank you very much, sir, for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you to all our distinguished panelists for their valuable time and insights. Now I'm handing over to Priyanka madam. Dr. Priyanka madam, are you here?
I'm here, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us the brief insights. Right now, the panel is open for the question and answers. In case if any parents have any questions, you can please unmute yourself and you can ask. If it is related to the department-specific inquiries, then Pranavan sir, Manjula Sri ma'am, and the panelists are available here to clear it. And in case if it is related to admissions point of view, then I'm here to help you out. We also have the option of sending the queries through an email. If it is department related, kindly share your query to the email eiadmissions@vnrvjit.in. And if it is related to the admissions, kindly please share it to admissionsenquiry@vnrvjit.in. And these mail IDs and the contact details are readily available on our websites in the department specific page as well as on the admissions page. In case if you have any queries, please kindly let us know. And this recorded version of this video will also be available in the YouTube channel under our institute name, and the link of the YouTube will be available under the department name in admissions page. So in case if you need it, you can again revisit it back again and you can have your queries to be cleared. Hope everyone has no doubt at all. Thank you. Thank you.
Priyanka ma'am, one small help.
Yes, sir.
Can you just please type that email address on the text box, ma'am?
Yes, sure, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah. My name is Buchaya. I'm from Mirpur, Hyderabad.
Yes, sir. Please tell me.
I have question why people are not going for EIE, and everybody, many of the students are electing ECE if it is a core job, the majority of the students. So in a specific region, also colleges offering EIE is very minimal compared to other courses. Only I think in Hyderabad, Telangana, only 3 colleges are offering EIE. What is the reason? There is no industry requirement for EIE students or what? Why this only 3 colleges offering EIE? That is what my query is.
Pranavan, sir.
Yeah. Sir, thanks a lot for the good question, sir. Sir, probably the department with respect to our institute, I will talk. See, the EIE, it's now 25 years old. We started in the year 1999. So we don't find any problem with respect to the placements or the number of companies visiting us. And with respect to the other institute, I'm not sure about why they don't want to offer it. But yeah, with respect to us, it's going good. The demand is good, and we are able to place almost like 80 to 90% of our, 75 to 80% of the students. So we don't find any problem, and the companies don't refuse. Except for some companies, they are very much software specific. Otherwise, it's going good, sir.
Okay.
I just wanted to add on, like so far, we have not seen a single seat unfilled in the past 25, 26 years. And people, you said, like you asked, like why they are going to ECE instead of EIE. People are not aware of EIE. Many people are not aware of EIE. The fruits of EIE also they do not know. That's why usually they opt for other branches, ECE in other colleges than EIE.
Okay. One more question, madam. Like, I got about 46,000 rank in MCET. I don't think, if I see the 2024, rank, there's a cutoff of about 32,000, 34,000. Is there any possibility getting the seat in VNR for 46,000 rank? Any idea?
You are here. Mostly, you would have got the answer when you were inquiring about the admission procedure, sir. The 70% of the seats will be filled through the convener category, which they will be coming through the counseling part of EBCET rank merit basis. And remaining 30%, we call it as management quota, where 15% is allotted only for the JE score CRL rank merit basis student. And remaining 15%, it is for the IPE score, sir. I mean, the intermediate 11th and 12th aggregate marks will be considered on the first basis. In case if the competition is high, then we'll go for the consideration of the MCET rank. So this is the criteria which we follow for the allotment of the students in admission according to the merit basis. So whatever the category you fall under, that will be applicable for you, sir. So we can have this. Everything is available on the website, sir. So you can just go through it, and that cutoff range depends upon the applications what we receive on year basis. So we can't say that this is the correct cutoff for a particular branch to be admitted. That's
okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Actually, one more question, like, madam, see, this year there is no other states, reservation. Like it was AP was there earlier last year. There was no AP this time, right? There is a possibility like increase in the seats available to the states VNR.
Yes, sir. Actually, we just got the commitment. I mean, according to the 10 years of the mutual understanding between the Telugu states, 5% was allotted for the AP students, and which ended in the last year. So this year, we have not yet get the government orders, sir. The regulations are not yet open. It's not available on the government websites also. So we can't say it, sir. I mean, I can't give you the oral commitment about the GO, what is going to be ordered. So once it is officially announced, then we can have a discussion about it, sir. So right now.
Okay.
Anything related to the department specific, kindly please ask, sir. To all the audience, because we have the panelists, we have our alumni, industry experts, and faculty experts of our VJ. So they might help you. The admission point of view, I am ready. We will be having an open panel discussion once again. At the end of the all panels, I'm planning to have one panel discussion related to the admission so that it will be easy for you to get it clear. I'll be posting it on the website also, sir.
Right.
Thank you. Anything else from the parents who have joined? Okay. Thank you, Pranavanand sir, for giving us the opportunity and giving us the insights of the faculty strengths, student strengths, the Department of EIE. I also thank Manjula Sri ma'am for giving us the insights about the minor degree programs which is offered by the EIE and giving us experiences and clearing the doubts of the parents. Thank you so much, Manjula Sri ma'am. Abhijit sir and Ramakrishna sir for sharing their experience related to the Vamsi Krishna sir for sharing your experience related to the industry specific, and Likita and Likita, thank you so much for sharing your experience during the graduation and how it has turned up for you to stay at that particular level where you are right now in the Amazon. And Gopi sir for providing us these statistics of the placements. And I also thank Sri Lakshmi ma'am and Hari Krishna sir to collaboratively work together and make this panel discussion a successful one. Thank you. Thank you so much.